And it was like when a boy like got his first kill or went on his own journey and came back with the line. Like there are those sorts of rites of passage. Do we have that today? In our current American society, is there a rite of passage for most men? There isn't. And I think just so people understand what you're talking about is like there was in cultures throughout the world, there were ceremonies with men. And it was like when a boy like got his first kill or went on his own journey and came back with the line. Like there are those sorts of rites of passage. And when they came back from that journey, they became a man. And like the elders acknowledged them as men. Do we have that today? I don't think so. I think there's smaller versions of it. I remember, and I'll never forget, when my dad taught me how to tie a necktie. And I remember as a kid going, oh, I'm a man. I don't know if he felt that way, but there are some things like that. What are you laughing?
I'm laughing because my dad would also try to teach me the things like what it means to be a man.
Yeah.
And I just remember every time he worked on the car, he'd bring me outside to work on the car. And he would have me change the oil, change the brakes, do different things on the engine. He was like, if you learn these skills right now, it'll save you so much money when you're older because you'll be able to do this by yourself as a man. Yeah. And what's so funny is my car's electric now, so there is no oil or anything in the engine to change. But that is what he felt it was. And so, yeah, I definitely did learn these things. Yeah. Sometimes when I think about manhood, oh, man, I might cut this, but... When I look at people sometimes in their behavior, I ask myself, like, have they ever been in a fight before?
Yep.
And when I look at YouTube and I read the comments on videos like that, they're like, this is how someone behaves when they've never gotten their ass kicked. Yep. And is what our society's missing is like a bunch of people should have got their ass kicked at some point and they didn't. And they turned into Karens.
I think it's all connected. We're talking about generations and like life is easy. And I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to sit here and advocate violence. But yes, there are people in my life, really dear friends of mine. And I've told them, what you needed just once in high school was someone to chin check you. Just one chin check to like, this is inappropriate. I can't act like this. I can't treat people like this. Life is more than just about me. And just a chin check from a peer. And I have said that. I have. It almost feels like a rite of passage too. Not the violence part, but like, is there a way in this society that guys and peers can show up for each other and be like, hey, we got to cross this threshold and it must be earned. It occurs to me right now as I'm talking, I'm like, this sounds like a gang initiation.
But that even, look, I'm not telling people to join gangs either, but like joining a gang has a rite of passage in it. Into the Brotherhood, I don't know anything about the mob, but I would guess they have some sort of rite of passage. Like you are part of this tribe now. Yeah. That I think as a society, as we've grown so big, is missing. I also think that's like part of an opportunity for you and I that we've talked about a lot and never really executed on. Yeah. Like you and I, with all the experience we have, and if we're passionate about this, it wouldn't be challenging for us to, maybe it would be challenging, but not impossible for us to design a rite of passage or some sort of misogi or journey that we put people on. Yep. To challenge you in a way where you come out of it feeling like, I held my feet to the fire and I got out. I got through without having to go to war, without having to get chin checked, without all these like violent things that really could cause you harm. Yeah. And I think there would be a demand for that.
Yeah. If anyone watching or listening doesn't know what a misogi is, I would highly recommend a book called The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter. And he talks about a Japanese concept called a misogi. And there's 2 rules. It must be hard, and 2, you can't die. And he goes through a series, like he talks about the different ones he's done, and it's like physically grueling with the chance of death, but he does one once a year. And I think that's a rite of passage. You get a crew of men together to execute a misogi that requires you to support each other, and then by the end of it, it's like, yeah, we just crossed a threshold.
We could do a whole episode about misogis. I've been sitting on one, Catalina Island off the coast of LA. There is a hike you can do that's basically like the full range of the island. And it takes like 3 to 4 days, depending on how fast you go. And I'm someone who's like never camped outside by myself. I've never done a multi-day hike. It seems scary. I have no idea what kind of supplies I can take. So it's like, okay, that's one I could do, but like not have to worry about a grizzly bear attacking me, right? But it would make me feel uncomfortable in such a way that I think there'd be growth there.
Yeah.
And that's the one I found for me. Have you ever found the misogi for you? That would be like the next step.
No. I've been thinking about it. I've had a few ideas. I haven't executed on any. Quite honestly, I feel like I live a daily misogi. Like I live in constant discomfort and stretching, and maybe can teeter on an unhealthy level of like I always look at myself and see where I'm responsible and where I can grow, and how I can keep on stretching. So I do live like a constant state of discomfort, which I'm proud about. We'll talk about this offline. I think it's time. I think it's time. Catalina sounds great. There's no apex predators on that island. Yeah, let's freaking go. Maybe do it without food.
See, he's adding to it, people. He's adding to it. It was hard
Can't die.
enough.